Mobile water. Mobile water. Unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11, Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. We are also live on all affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. Western region, we are live on Premier FM 100.5, Sky Power FM 93.5, and Beach FM 105.5, all in Takrady. Bono region, Greener FM 95.9 in Sunyain. Ashanti region, Orange FM 107.9 in Kumasi. The news is also live around the world on citynewsroom.com. I'm Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Coming up, Alan Chemate's Movement for Change rebrands as United Party. This afternoon we hear from the leader of the party who says the new dawn will enhance accountability in government and strengthen fight against corruption.
The UP is a broad base. It is a center or centrist party, and then it seeks to build a united Ghana.
Also coming up, former Health Minister Dr. Bernard Okoboy calls on the Mahama government to prioritize the completion of Agenda 111 hospitals. Still ahead, Gihok distilleries lament impact of imported beverages on 24-hour economy rollout at the facility.
A lot of competition. Now it's not coming from the Europe, but everywhere. So we started at 24 hours and got clocked. So if we want to do the 24-hour, it means that we must do other things to complement what we do. Otherwise, we'll lock our capital.
And later, High Court in Kumasi adjourns case on Daddy Lumbe's widowhood right to October 28.
Council for Odobroni filed a process challenging the capacity of our street Yakutia Sewa. And so the court has adjourned the matter for that to be determined before we go to the substantive matter.
All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is also live in the Volta region on Holy FM 98.5 in Aplao, Northern region Dasuma FM 99.1 in Yendi, Upper East Word FM 88.3 in Zuarungu, Mike FM 105.3 in Navrongo, and Upper West. We are live on Bugli Radio 88.6 in Wa.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for choosing us. Now, political group Movement for Change has officially rebranded as the United Party, which is also known as UP+. The party says it received its registration certificate from the Electoral Commission on October 3, 2025. According to party officials, the new name marks a fresh beginning and pays homage to a name of great historical significance in Ghana's political history. Leader of the United Party, Alan Chematin, says the rebrand marks a new dawn that will enhance accountability in government and strengthen the fight against corruption.
A new dawn that will promote accountable and transparent governance and introduce a policy of zero tolerance for corruption. A new dawn that will at least protect the environment and promote sustainable development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is what underpins the establishment of the United Party. The UP, as you've been told, is a broad-based, and every word here is pregnant with meaning. The UP is a broad base, that's number one. It is a center or centrist party, two. And then it seeks to build a united Ghana and accelerate the economic and social transformation of our country.
Alan Chematin also outlined the party's vision to transform Ghana into an economic hub for Africa by 2040 if elected into power.
What we call Vision 2040. And we are branding this as the Paradise Project. So by 2040, if the people of Ghana, by the grace of God, install us in power, then we promise them that by 2040, Ghana will become a paradise. But what is it that you are going to do to realize your vision? That is what your mission is. And our mission as a party is to build one, a united, peaceful, secure, and prosperous country. Can you become the economic powerhouse of Africa if you are divided?
You heard leader of the United Party, Alan Chermatin, also speaking at the official outdooring of UP Plus. Chairman of the party, Abubakar Sadiq Boniface, said the party's new identity represents a renewed commitment to the values of good governance and transformational leadership.
This party has come to resurrect the old bones in the agent who know much about UP. The UP Plus received its provisional certificates on the 3rd day of October 2025. Today we announce with enormous pride our arrival on the political scene of our beloved country. Every seed will germinate. But what I want to tell you is that when you sow a seed, it has to rot before it germinates. We have come from different walks of life. Every political party in this country will trace its roots to the Aborigines' rights protection movement, through to where UGCC.
He also took a swipe at the NPP over its recent amnesty call to members previously suspended for alleged anti-party activities. He stated that there was no turning back now that they have joined hands with UP+.
We have come together that the rejected stone will always become what? Cornerstone of the foundation. We were sacked, but today they claim they are giving us amnesty. What does amnesty mean? What crime has our new leader committed? What crime did I commit in MPP for you to sack me? And today you are telling me you are giving me amnesty? No way. No way. When you divorce in Islam, when you divorce a woman 3 times, she's no longer your wife. So thy kingdom come. I consider myself, I consider people like Baba Alaji in the Islamic fraternity have been sacked. We don't belong to anybody. We came and contributed. Ghana first.
That was the chairman of the newly formed political group, United Party, also known as UP+, Abubakar Sadiq Boniface. Now, the acting chief executive of Gihog Distilleries, James Bote Aple, is raising concerns over what he describes as competition from imported beverages, a challenge he says thwarted their successful rollout of the government's 24-hour economy policy. Speaking during a visit by Parliament's Committee on Employment, Labour Relations and Pensions, Mr. Aple indicated that although Gihog has the capacity to scale up production, the influx of foreign alcoholic products is stifling local industry growth.
We attempted a 24-hour and we had a bit of a pushback because that is also historical. Over the years, because we have not been there, people have taken over our market share. And so when we run, people are not demanding our products the way. And for now, today, a lot of competition. Olive beverages from India, from anywhere. And so a lot of competition. Now it's not coming from the Europe, but everywhere. China, a lot of competition. So we started at 24 hours and got clocked. So if we want to do the 24-hour, it means that we must do other things to complement what we do. Otherwise, we'll lock our capital.
Acting Chief Executive of Gihog Distilleries, James Bote Aple, meanwhile Chairman of Parliament Committee on Employment, Labour Relations and Pensions, Joseph Boatin Appiah, has urged management of Gihog Distilleries to rebrand some of its products to be able to improve the company's finances.
I think what the company has to do to generate more money is to rebrand some of their products and also expand their products and make more advertisements to catch the market. So and the CEO said that they are putting those measures in place. So I think we should give them a bit of time for him to work his things out and see what will come out of it. We are going to sit down for progress reports and review where the companies that we visited and see how best we can also do. If we have to talk to trade minister or wherever that is necessary, then we liaise with them so that Google will bounce back and be on its feet.
Joseph Boateng appears chairman of Parliament's Committee on Employment, Labour Relations and Pensions. The Ministry of Education has assured that Ghana will implement the decisions and resolutions made at the 2025 Association for the Development of Education in Africa, that is ADIA conference. The event, scheduled for October 29 in Accra, aims to shape the future of education on the continent. Education Minister Haruna Idrisu says discussions will focus on improving learning outcomes, leveraging technology and promoting technical and higher education across Africa.
We, on our part in Ghana, will do everything possible to make it a success and impactful, including the resolutions that may be passed and the decisions that may be taken. So mine is to say a warm welcome to Albert on behalf of my colleagues and on your behalf, and to assure him that Ghana is home, so feel at home away from home. Enjoy the Ghanaian hospitality. But for me, what is heartwarming is his presence in Accra 2 weeks before even the event, with his team, as he indicated, administration, IT, logistics. They will work with Technical Director Professor Ojo, who himself an expert in education, to guide how the events are tailored in order that we can reach consensus that makes education the bedrock to the future development of Africa and the sustainable development of Ghana and Africa.
Haruna Idrisu is Education Minister. Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary for the Association for the Development of Education in Africa, Albert Nsegiyumva, urged Ghana to explore new ways to fund education as international aid for the sector continues to decline.
Number of countries that used to support education in Africa are cutting their aid. You know, you saw what happened with the United States, just shutting down USAID. That was one of the biggest supporter of education globally, in Africa in particular. Number of European countries are cutting their budget. That's why we feel we need to take this education seriously and look at alternative ways of supporting and investing in education, using our own means or looking at alternative instruments to support education, because financing is going to be so critical. And it is not just about the volume of finance, it's the way we use resources. You know, we need to be effective. So this is one of the key issues that will be discussed. As you know, Ghana is one of the key members of the Global Partnership for Education. And they are having their replenishment next year. And I remember that Ghana has always been focusing on supporting education, not only in Ghana, globally. So GPE is very much involved, like many other organizations, coming to reflect on the current context and discuss how best we can sustain and mobilize resources within the continent.
Executive Secretary for the Association for the Development of Education in Africa, Albert Nsegiyumva. This is still the City Point News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Still to come, High Court in Kumasi adjourns case on Daddy Lumba's widowhood right to October 28. We have details of that, plus other stories coming up shortly. Please don't go away.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like Jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Yeah, welcome back. A high court in Kumasi has adjourned to October 28 a case involving Akosua Sewa, the wife of the late High Life legend Daddy Lumba, who is seeking a declaration as the only surviving spouse and the sole individual entitled to perform widowhood rites at his funeral. Lumba's family has announced that the final funeral rite will be held on December 6 at the Babayara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. However, the planned funeral could be affected by the legal challenge filed by Akosua Sewa against Kofi Owusu-Fosu, the head of Lumba's external family, and Prosela Ofori, popularly known as Odobroni, over the organization of the funeral and matters relating to the musician's death. Counsel for the plaintiff, William Kusi, says he does not anticipate the case dragging into December as that could affect the final funeral rites.
Counsel for Odobroni filed a process challenging the capacity of our street Akosua Sewa. And so the court has adjourned the matter for that to be determined before we go to the substantive matter. So on the 28th, we'll be coming back to argue the capacity matter. And after that, then I will move my motion for injunction. In fact, we have been promised by the court that she will set a timetable to ensure that the matter is decided upon within a very shortest possible time. So let us be assured that things will be very swift and we'll have the decision so that Akosua Sewa can perform her widowhood right without any encumbrances. The unfortunate thing is that there are new developments which are not report to the police, but we will ensure that the right thing is done.
Well, what's going through the minds of your client in all this?
She's so disappointed. She wished it never happened. Unfortunately, you know the posture of the head of family from the beginning. That is the cause of the problem. If letters are written to you, denying of your rights as a wife, I'm sure that you can't just sleep and let it pass by.
William Kusi is lawyer for Akosua Sewa, wife of late High Life musician Daddy Lumba. 21 traders at the Boboloshi market have been fined a total of 12,600 cedis for selling on open drains in violation of public health regulations. The Accra Metropolitan Assembly Sanitation Court fined each trader 600 cedis after finding them guilty of operating in unsanitary conditions. The arrests form part of the Assembly's ongoing effort to maintain cleanliness in the Boboloshi area following the National Sanitation Day exercise. In an interview with Citi News, the Public Health Director at the AMA, Florence Kuchi, stressed that the Assembly will not relent in ensuring compliance with sanitation laws.
And then at the end of the day, each person was fined 50 penalty units, which is equivalent to 600 Ghana cedis. Reason being that yesterday was their first time that they were put before court. All of them were able to pay their fine because none wanted to go for 3 months at Insawam. So they all managed to pay their fine and they were all released and they were made to sign a bond not to sell on the road or by the roadside. In fact, this exercise is going to be for 3 phases. The first phase of this exercise is going to ensure that we provide traffic ways by the roadside and also take people who are selling on the drains by the roadside. The second phase, we are going to go inside the market. Those that are displaying for sale, they are things on the ground. And then after that, we are going to those that are also cooking in the market and selling. Because when people set fire in the market, it leads to fire outbreak. We have educated them on all those, but people are still adamant and they are on it.
Florence Kuchi is Public Health Director at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Have you ever stopped to think about where all the waste from indiscriminate dumping ends up? Citi News' Ejubi Uriafe Akintin explores Accra's deepening sanitation crisis and its toll on public health, with the bustling cucumber markets at the heart of the story.
Conversations about Accra's filthy state are unending, sparking debates over who's to blame, government or residents. While both sides share responsibility, countless promises to resolve the city's sanitation challenges have yielded little progress. The result? A capital still drowning in filth.
Well, the rainy season is upon us, and while people are excited generally about the coolness that it adds to the atmosphere, it is also exposing further a stark reality that is Accra's sanitation crisis. Now, have you ever wondered where the rubbish that is dumped in the drains and on the streets of Accra, just so the waters can carry it to wherever it goes? Well, this is the destination of the rubbish and filth that is dumped here. Currently, I am at the Kokomba Market, which is within the Old Fadama Agbegloshi settlement located in the Odododio constituency. This bridge I am standing on is joining the Kokomba Market and the Timber Market. Now, the middle is where we put the spotlight, and this is the Kole. And what you can see is that this water body, or used to be a water body, is filled with rubbish to the extent that you're just seeing patches of water and the rubbish has taken over. However, concerns have been raised, health concerns have been raised about this particular situation here, from the breeding of mosquitoes to cholera, typhoid, among other illnesses. We want to engage some of the residents here and get a bigger picture of the situation here at the Kokomba Market.
And more time here, rain they fall always. But if you take Achimota side they go, that place, more time, rain they fall. So if rain fall that place, the rubbish all they come here. Because if you hear where the lagoon, the joints there, Achimota side they don't get the joint where the lagoon, the flow go. Unless Kwale go not here. So that one's all. If the rubbish come, if it come reach the place where they come out always, and the place where they know they come out always. Because this is sloping will come some side. So that sloping that drive the rubbish they come this side.
You go to Kwale.
The upstream part of the Kole Lagoon is regularly dredged, but the rubbish ends up being deposited downstream. As a result, we constantly fall ill with diseases like malaria due to the mosquitoes that breed in the field. The effects are severe. The stench from the waste is unbearable, and with the constant mosquito breeding, we, the residents of this area, are always getting sick.
Plastic waste dominates the city's refuse landscape. Bottles, wrappers and bags are everywhere, far outnumbering glass, metal or organic waste. This raises a crucial question: how effective is recycling in Accra?
Now, what you see behind me is a group of young men taking advantage of the situation, and they are gathering plastic bottles, plastic rubbers, and they are just trying to make benefit out of it by carrying these items to recyclers to take it up from there. So I see that you are here picking the rubbers that are here, to do recycling, right?
Yes, we pick it and we sell it. We use it to feed ourselves and take care of our life. Like, they used to buy it 1 kilo, 1 cedi, because they say the dollar is now, the cedi is now higher and the dollar is down. But before, they buy it 1 kilo, 2 cedi, now 1 kilo, 1 cedi. So people from this area, when they eat early in the morning, once they are going to work, they will carry their dustbin. They throw away it at the Korebuya water here. Once they throw away it, we will come. We are not the one that throw away it. We'll start to pick it.
And when we pick it, we will arrange you to go and sell it.
To understand how poor sanitation impacts public health, I spoke with Florence Kuchi, Director of Public Health at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly.
This is leading to a lot of diseases, not just diarrhea, cholera that you mentioned, typhoid fever. As I mentioned, it also have an impact on the air we breathe. Studies has it that in Ghana, annually, over 28,000 people die prematurely due to air pollution, which means that every 19 minutes, somebody is dying prematurely in Ghana. And what is causing it? Sanitation issue is one.
Florence Kuchi stressed that citizens must take greater responsibility for managing the waste they produce, even as government agencies work to improve waste systems.
Sanitation issue in the country, I will not say Ghana alone, is a collective, collaborative effort. Everyone has a role to play when it comes to sanitation issues. For instance, in Ghana, we are practicing what we call the polluter pay system. It means when you generate your waste, you must pay for it to be disposed of. Yes, you have to pay for it to be disposed of. And that is where the issue comes in. People generate waste and they refuse. They don't want to take responsibility of the waste that they are generating. And they want to push everything on government. Government cannot do everything.
Public Health Director at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Florence Kuchi, ending that report by my colleague Ejibi Uriafe Akintin. A civil group led by former Health Minister Dr. Bernard Okoboy is raising concerns over what it describes as the worsening state of healthcare infrastructure in the country. The group, Ghana Amalgam for Development, says major projects such as the General Hospital redevelopment and the Agenda 111 initiative have stalled despite government assurances. Speaking at a press conference, Dr. Okoboy noted that although the health minister recently pledged 130 million cedis for the General Hospital, no funds have been released yet. He urged government to act swiftly, saying many of the projects are already 70% complete and could be finished within 90 days with prompt support.
The 2025 budget captured 60 million Ghana cedis that to be allocated to La General. The finance minister has not paid 1 Ghana cedi to the contractor. So as we speak, all the construction workers, they've been laid off. There's nothing happening there. Recently, I heard report that 130 million has been allocated. When you check Appendix 4A of the 2025 budget, the amount there is 60 million, it's not 130 million. So maybe the 130 is in the future. There are many communities in Ghana that are to benefit from General 1. And we have cited 30 of them which have crossed 70%. Any hospital that has crossed 70%, the contractor needs only 3 to 6 months and can finish the hospital. And so I am saying for a fact that if Ghanaians had not voted the MPP administration, all these 30 hospitals that I've listed would have been completed by now.
Dr. Bernard Okoboy is a former health minister and leader of a civic group known as the Ghana Amalgam for Development. There are mixed reactions in Japa following the sentencing of the prime suspect in the murder of businessman and hotel owner Eric Johnson, popularly known as Japa Dubai. The Wa High Court on Wednesday sentenced former Royal Cozy Hills hotel worker Elisha Mahama to life imprisonment while 2 others were acquitted and discharged. Some residents say the verdict brings relief after months of seeking justice for the late entrepreneur, while others are disappointed that the co-accused were freed.
Yesterday, the judgment that was given for giving the guy, the first accused, life imprisonment, it is okay. We are comfortable with that one. But the 2 people that they discharged, at least they are accomplished, even though they were not able to be found guilty. But I see that they are accomplished. At least some small punishment shall be given to them. All they say, once the first accused has been sentenced to life imprisonment, we are grateful for that one.
Hello, as a native of Japa, I think the judgment so far we are happy with it. Though we think at least certain things might have been done to the other culprits. I don't think they are just entirely innocent. At least the second accused of what person is that also need to have been given a little bit punishment. I don't think she's just entirely innocent.
Those were some residents of Japa speaking to City News following the sentencing of a prime suspect in the murder of businessman and hotel owner Eric Johnson, popularly known as Japa Dubai. And that's how we end today's edition of the City Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra. The news was also live on all affiliates across the 16 regions: Western Region, Premier FM, Sky Power FM and Beach FM, all in Tekrade; Bono Region, Greener FM in Sunya; in Ashanti Region, Orange FM in Kumasi; Volta Region, Holy FM in Aplao; Northern Region, Dasuma FM in Yendi; Upper East, Word FM Zuarungu; Mike FM in Navrongo; and Upper West, we were live on Bugli Radio in Wa. Please log on to citynewsroom.com for more stories. I'm Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Thank you for your company.
City News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302 224959 and get interactive on Facebook, City 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at City 973.